Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Ten scariest things caught on drones. Drones are some of the most fascinating inventions in the modern world. They allow us to explore areas that would have seemed inaccessible only a few decades ago. Today, they fly everywhere, capturing the magnificent world around us. But sometimes they come across creepy, weird, and downright bone-chilling things. With this in mind, let's take a look at 10 of these scariest things caught on drones. Some of the clips in this video are so bizarre that the online community is yet to find a reasonable explanation for these creepy occurrences. Check them out and let us know if you have any of the answers to some of this weird footage. Number 10. Could this be Bigfoot? The following footage was captured by a drone flying around Salt Fork Park in Ohio. As you can see, the beginning of the video looks pretty normal, and there's nothing to write home about. But around the 5-minute mark is where the magic, or shall we say voodoo, happens. If you look closely on the left side of the camera, you can see something weird hiding in the bushes. Pay close attention because it happens in a split second. As you can see, it looks like some massive monster was passing by as the drone was recording the forest. A few Reddit users claim that this could be actual footage of a Bigfoot in broad daylight. What do you think? Could this be the case? Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. Bold but dangerous. This drone captured one of the scariest events for any farmer, seeing all of their crops go up in flames. A few years back, a freak thunderstorm resulted in a massive fire that was consuming hayfields in Weld County, Colorado. As the fire raged through tracts of land, Eric Howard, a local farmer in the area, decided to take matters into his own hands. Acting quick, Eric took his tractor and decided to curve a boundary across the field so as to mangle the fire and prevent it from spreading and damaging other farms. This ingenious plan that Eric executed is actually a documented firefighting strategy known as creating a fire line, where firefighters remove the topsoil to keep the fire from spreading. Despite putting his life at risk, Eric manages to pull off his daring plan and helps firefighters contain the raging fire. Nevertheless, it was quite ballsy for Eric to attempt a daring strategy like that. Number 8. An actual UFO? This drone footage was taken by a Predator combat drone that was surveying its usual flight pattern when suddenly, it spots something massive and super fast entering its airspace. On further inspection of the footage, we can clearly see that it appears to be some kind of UFO that zooms past the drone, leaving behind a gigantic stream of white light that had surveillance analysts perplexed. Could that have been an actual UFO? Sadly, there was no further footage captured by the drone, which has made many Reddit users declare that the video could be a hoax. But for conspiracists, they believe that this is irrefutable evidence that the military could be hiding an alien program on advanced extraterrestrials from us. Number 7. The Mark of the Aliens. In this clip, we see a famous YouTuber, Run Gun Griff, take his drone to the skies. In case you're not aware, Run Gun Griff is a drone enthusiast who loves to take breathtaking videos of some of the most exotic places in the world. While most of his shots consist of some secluded paradises around the world, this particular footage was in a cornfield in rural America. While the exact location is not disclosed, we can see the YouTuber's drone take off, and what we see next is extremely mind-blowing. The YouTuber is smack in the middle of a cornfield that has some of the most weird, cult-like markings we've ever seen. What's even more intriguing is that the markings are curved precisely and perfectly in terms of symmetry. You'd be hard-pressed to believe that these markings were made by humans. How can they be so perfect? Could this be the work of some ETs from space? It's creepy. Number 6. Baba Yaga sighting. This clip was shot by the drone of a YouTuber known as Furious Otter. The YouTuber was flying the drone through a field heading towards a stretch of woods before his drone picked up something bizarre. At the neck of the woods stood a mysterious white object that looks quite out of touch with the greenery surrounding it. Curious, the YouTuber flies his drone closer to take a look, but what he sees instantly freaks him out. To his horror, a witch-like figure is staring right at the drone. It then turns somewhat aggressive, seemingly waving at him. But Furious Otter doesn't waste any time getting the heck out of there. Perhaps worried he might get cursed or lose his expensive drone, he doesn't fly closer to have a clearer look. And we don't blame him. He probably didn't want a lifetime of curses. Number 5. The Exploding Man. The next clip is footage taken by a news drone that records the shocking aftermath of a gas explosion carried out by a resident in Westminster, Colorado. A 59-year-old man by the name Gary Pine decided to take his own life in a very disturbing way. In the middle of the night, the man disconnected his gas line and let his house fill up with flammable fluid before lighting a fire. And well, the rest is history. In fact, the explosion was so massive that it sent debris flying a massive 2 blocks. Residents are still perplexed to this day as to why he did it. He was a reclusive man who rarely shared about his life. But one thing's for sure, his neighbors will never forget the ear-deafening explosion and the fact that they lived right next to a suicidal man. Number 4. More than a good catch. Fishing is one heck of an adventurous pastime. Not only do you get to enjoy the magnificent breeze, but also catch your spoil of healthy fish. Indeed, Australian YouTuber Simon Lawrence decided to venture out with a few of his friends on his boat in Port Lincoln. The group had gone fishing for some crabs, but what they found lurking in the deep blue was more than what they bargained for. As you can see from the drone footage, a great white is drawn by the large volume of crabs trapped in the YouTuber's fishing net. Looking to capitalize on an easy meal, the shark goes straight for the crab pot. The terrified YouTuber and his friends have no option but to cut loose their catch for the day to avoid any further altercations with the shark. They should consider themselves lucky. A few great whites have been known to swim full speed towards a boat in an attempt to overturn it. At least they got back to shore safe and sound. Number 3. All in good fun? In 2016, clown sightings were all the craze in America. People would dress up as clowns and shoot videos in some of the creepiest places, all in a bid to blow up on the internet. But no clown footage was as creepy as this drone footage captured by YouTuber Golden Hour. According to the YouTuber, all he was doing was capturing some awesome aerial shots of his town area when he came across something that stood out in a cornfield. Well, not something, but someone. At first, you might think it's your proverbial scarecrow, but upon closer inspection, you can see that it's a creepy clown wearing a bright orange outfit. The scary clown is fixed on the drone for a few seconds before taking off in the opposite direction at full speed. He heads straight for the forest, and the YouTuber has seen enough. He decides to get the heck out of there and leave the weird clown to his own bidding. Could this have been planned? Or are some people just creepy like that? And now we've come to the best pick of the day. This drone footage shows what appears to be a stranger sneaking up on a boat whose occupants are unknowingly relaxing. Which goes to show that even if you're having a good time, always keep one eye open. You never know who or what might be sneaking up right behind you. Number 2. The hills have eyes. Imagine you lived in a place your entire life without knowing that there's a stranger or a band of strangers living right next to you. Well, that's exactly how one YouTuber, Justin Brown, felt. So, according to Justin, he had been seeing strange people showing up in his tight-knit community of Lompoc, California. If that's not enough, he'd even seen a few tents next to his home, which he believed to be the homes of these people. Curious, he decided to take his drone out for a spin to get to the bottom of things. To his surprise, his drone captured shocking footage of an entire colony of strangers that had pitched tents on a riverbed a few meters from his home. It dawned on him that he had no idea who they were and why they were living so close to a suburban neighborhood. His drone also captured something eerily disturbing while surveying the colony. If you can see it clearly, there is an odd blue light blinking repeatedly. What could that be? And why is it flashing so brightly? Number 1. The Disappearing Man. The following footage was shot by Chris Lamb, a YouTuber living in Fort McClelland, Alabama. At the beginning of the footage, you can clearly see that Chris is alone, but then something supernatural happens. As Chris begins to steady his camera, the parking lot goes slightly out of view, but appears seconds later to weirdly show someone standing next to the street lamp up ahead. What's even creepier is the time frame, as there was no way possible that someone moved that fast from behind the building to stand next to the street lamp. But there's someone there. It gets even weirder. A few seconds later, we can clearly see the person gradually shimmer from plain sight. And even if you analyze the video, you can see that there are no editing cuts to suggest this was doctored. So how did the person vanish so spookily like that? Could this be the existence of time travelers and teleporters? Could this be the existence of time travelers and teleporters? The video still remains a mystery to this day. With that being said, which drone footage scared you the most? Let us know in the comments section below. Want more videos that would probably still exist until the end of time? Click on any of the videos you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching.